Right now, Madison police announce an arrest in a decades-old cold case, how new evidence helped identify their suspect.
And parents are asking for the community to help find their missing son as Beloit police continue a days-long search.
Plus, the Dane County Sheriff's Office is investigating reports of missing donation money at the Vilas Zoo.
From the Channel3000.com Alert Center, this is News 3 Now at 6.
Police say a 25-year-old cold case has some resolution tonight. An Indiana man now in custody for the homicide of a 40-year-old Madison woman back in 1994.
Madeline O'Neill explains why Willie L. Coleman Jr. is facing the charge of first-degree reckless homicide.
Police are crediting DNA profiling as a critical moment in this case that's led to the arrest of Coleman in the death of Lula Cunningham.
25 years ago this month, Lula Culligan was found dead on the 1600 block of Freeport Road near the Allied Drive neighborhood on Madison's west side.
There's enough indicators at the scene that we believe it is a violent death.
Indicators that she had been strangled, run over by a car, and possibly sexually assaulted, according to court documents.
An extensive investigation took place.
For decades, there was no resolution until what police call a breakthrough.
It's not every day that any police department is able to make an arrest in a 25-year-old homicide.
In 2015, the Wisconsin State Crime Lab matched DNA evidence submitted from Cunningham's sexual assault kit to 52-year-old Willie Coleman Jr.
Simply having that hit from 2015 doesn't end the investigation or end the story.
In the years since, investigators have brought Coleman in for questioning. According to the criminal complaint, Coleman, who lived in the Allied Drive neighborhood at the time, eventually admitted he had come across Culligan and had sex with her in a van. He told investigators he had been, in his words, white boy wasted and may have been too rough with her, but said he had left her, quote, fully alive. Coleman told detectives an acquaintance of his who had been driving the van was their man, but police believe otherwise and say Coleman's arrest is a step toward closing the case.
So it's something that I think certainly is impactful on us as an agency and obviously is very impactful to the family.
Police say they've maintained contact with Cunningham's family throughout the years and that today the family is appreciative of the work that's led up to this arrest. Now, Coleman is still in custody in Indiana, awaiting prosecution here.
Maddie, thank you.
Right now, police are still searching for suspects involved in multiple shots-fired incidents that happened last night on the city's north side. First happened just before 8:30. It was on Coolidge Street. Police found multiple shell casings in the street, and one resident reported finding a stray bullet that had gone through walls of his home. An hour later, another shots-fired call about 2.5 miles away on Bunting Lane off Packers Avenue. Police say in that case, a woman was hit by a stray bullet while she was in her bedroom. Her injury said to be non-life threatening. A neighbor who has lived there for nearly 25 years heard the gunshots, says she doesn't like feeling afraid in her own home.
It's getting less and less safe to be here. And after as many years as I've been here, I really don't want to be forced out because I don't want to live afraid. But at my age, I'm vulnerable because I'm handicapped. Anything could happen.
It's unknown if the two incidents are connected. Police ask anyone with information to call Crime Stoppers.
To weather, warmer today, but a drop in temperatures tomorrow. Let's check your first alert forecast with Chief Meteorologist Gary Canaldi.
Charlotte, we're already in that drop of temperatures. We saw high temperatures today in the lower 50s, 52 the high in Madison. Much of southern Wisconsin saw high temperatures in the low to mid 50s. Janesville topped out at 55, and even north of Madison temperatures were well into the 40s. But now those readings have dropped into the 30s and everywhere except for Janesville and areas near Lake Michigan, and those numbers will continue to fall. In fact, over the next 12 hours, look for temperatures to drop through the 20s down to the mid-20s by early tomorrow morning. So look for a low temperature in the mid-20s. The skies clear out overnight. Then look for a sunny but colder day tomorrow with a high of 37. Later on, I'll take a look at a nice weekend forecast, but we continue to watch a potential storm system from late Tuesday into Wednesday morning of next week.
A 16-year-old is recovering from injuries after being hit by a car in Waunakee this morning. This happened at the intersection of South Century Avenue and 8th Street, just down the road from the high school. Police confirmed the teenager was crossing in a crosswalk that was monitored by a crossing guard. Officials say the driver is cooperating with the investigation and drugs and alcohol are not believed to be involved. The parents of a missing teen in Rock County are asking the public for help tonight.
18-year-old Jeremiah Young was last seen Tuesday morning. Adam Duxter spoke with his parents who say this is unlike him. Adam?
Yeah, Eric and Charlotte, they say it's not. In fact, Jeremiah Young's mom says he usually calls her before going just about anywhere. Tonight, she's just hoping he calls her soon.
Jeremiah Young's parents say he's one of a kind.
He got a beautiful smile. He have a beautiful smile, and he just happy-go-lucky.
But on Tuesday morning, the 18-year-old made a request that took them off guard.
And he said he was going to walk to school, and that's just kind of out of the ordinary for Jeremiah, because usually I take him to school.
Concerned, his mother called the school later in the day to make sure he made it there safe. He had it at home, his wallet, IDs, and parents, wondering where he was.
It's just been really, really hard not knowing where he is, not hearing from him. You know, if he would just call and let me know that he's okay.
Beloit police have since put out a call for help from the community. They say the patrol officers they have are searching for him.
Our officers are keeping an eye out. They are continuing to patrol parks, looking where teens would normally congregate just to see if he's around. So
tonight, his parents asking the public for help while asking their son if he's able to come home.
We love you so much, and we miss you so much, and we just want to hear from you. We want you to come home.
So you just want to know you're okay.
Now, Young was last seen wearing a red zip-up hoodie, black pants, and black shoes. Beloit police are asking tonight if you see him or find him to call them at 608-757-2244.
New data shows more than 700 people in Dane County died by suicide or drug overdoses since 2016. To confront the trend, the 2020 county budget includes $2.2 million in additional mental health and addiction resources.
One of the biggest challenges that folks find and that the Tubbs family has shared with us is figuring out which door to open. Where do you go? Who do you call when you need help? And if you're suffering from mental illness or addiction, that can be an even bigger challenge. Forward is being introduced.
Parisi mentioning the Tubbs family there. Dane County Emergency Management Director Charles Tubbs and his wife Cindy lost their son CJ to an overdose earlier this year. One of the first initiatives coming from a new recovery fund in his name will be a universal access call center, giving people who are struggling a place to turn. They hope to open that center by June or July.
A judge will decide whether to grant a new trial to a Verona woman convicted of reckless homicide nearly a decade ago. Jennifer Hancock was sentenced to 13 years in prison for the 2007 death of a 4-month-old baby boy at her in-home daycare. She's represented by the Wisconsin Innocence Project, which filed a motion for a new trial, arguing that the medical testimony back in the 2009 trial was flawed. The prosecution's lead medical witness from back then is now changing his opinion on the baby's cause of death.
I no longer can state to a reasonable degree of medical certainty that Lincoln died from a non-accidental trauma.
Today was the first of 4 hearings where a judge will listen to new evidence in the case. We're also expected to hear testimony from Hancock's original defense attorney, John Hyland, who is now a Dane County judge. The Dane County Sheriff's Office is investigating what's said to be missing donation money reported at the Henry Vilas Zoo.
Before April 1st of this year, the Zoological Society was in charge of counting all the donated money. Since April, the county took over that job and noticed a huge difference in the amount of money being reported. Jamie Perez learned more about the investigation today, and she joins us now with the details. Jamie?
The county said that this year they counted nearly $200,000 in donated money, but said what had previously been reported by the Zoological Society last year was only $41,000. Now, this big difference in donation money raised some red flags for them, so they contacted the sheriff's office to investigate what happened to potentially hundreds of thousands of dollars that they say was not reported. The zoo's executive director talked to us today, saying when she stepped into her role in 2010, the zoo already had an established relationship with the society and trusted that they were reporting all of that donated money.
Did you trust that they were just counting the money and that it was going towards benefiting the zoo?
With a long-term partner, you would hope you could trust them. I think when you go from $41,000 in one year to almost $200,000 in the following year, I think we're at $192,000 as of today, you have to look at that. Something is going on.
The Zoological Society responded to the accusations, saying the Dane County Executive's Office has made the suggestion as part of a campaign to tarnish the reputation of the society. The combined revenues of the donor tubes of $41,000 and greeter boxes of $144,000 totaled $185,000. The Sheriff's Office said they were not going to comment on this since it's an ongoing investigation, so we will continue to follow the story and provide information as it becomes available.
Jamie, thank you.
Sure.
Next at 6, a new report parents will want to hear. We're going to share what toys you should stay away from during your holiday shopping this season.
And more local news ahead. A Wanakee woman says renters trashed her duplex after moving their dog breeding company in. Her call for action story is tonight on News 3 Now at 10.
Across Dane County have earned awards for being bicycle-friendly communities, and today the League of American Bicyclists renewed Fitchburg's silver designation and Madison's platinum level. Fitchburg Mayor Aaron Richardson plans to continue bike-friendly improvements and hopes to earn a gold level recognition in the future. Sun Prairie and Verona received their first awards, scoring bronze.
Your Thanksgiving meal is expected to cost about the same as last year. This is according to the Wisconsin Farm Bureau's annual survey. Cost you $61.57, they say, to feed 10 people. That's an increase of $1.40 from last year. Farmers' shares have decreased steadily in retail grocery prices at only 14.6%. They are earning about $9 per meal. Secondhand toys and slime are among the most dangerous products in this year's Trouble in Toyland report. The organization Wisconsin Public Interest Research Group, or WISC, released its findings today, pointing out toys purchased off eBay or from a garage sale aren't regulated like the ones you might find at a store and might be recalled. Then the group tested different types of those popular slime products and saw high levels of boron in every sample. Exposure to that chemical can cause vomiting and stomach issues for kids. The Toy Association responded to that report, saying it needlessly frightens parents with baseless claims. It goes on to say, quote, toy safety requirements include more than 100 standards and tests to ensure toys are safe. These standards go above and beyond those for other consumer products.
An iconic Madison bar and grill is auctioning off 31 years worth of gear. Babe started the bidding at 10 o'clock this morning, and they're passing along everything from old photos and paintings to kitchen supplies, LED signs, and jerseys.
$90, now $100, and $100 here,
About 100 to 150 people showed up to the auction, and it's just about wrapping up for the night. There are still tables and chairs left, so they're encouraging any restaurant owners to stop by. Everything has to be out of the building by Saturday.
Next at 6, colder temperatures tomorrow, but sunny this weekend.
Gary says that means comfortable temperatures for deer hunters. His first alert forecast is next. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti joins us now. A little gloomy today, but at least it was warmer.
It was until the cold front came through, and now those temperatures are dropping. So 3 things you need to know in the forecast. It'll be sunny for tomorrow, but it will be colder. High temperatures topping out in the middle to upper 30s. Step down from the 52-degree high that we had earlier today, but still not bad. In fact, mild weather will move in for Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, with highs in the low 40s Saturday and mid-40s for Sunday and Monday. But we continue to watch a storm system from late Tuesday into Wednesday morning. We've kind of refined the timing on that, when the best impact would be for southern Wisconsin if that storm pulls together. Temperatures will be mild over the next couple of days after tomorrow, and then a drop in temperatures could mean a mixture of precipitation or even some snow as we head from Tuesday night into Wednesday. And then temperatures will bounce back to around 40 for the Thanksgiving holiday. Looks like it'll be a gloomy one with maybe some rain or snow showers in the afternoon. But we still have alert days in the forecast for Tuesday and Wednesday. Kind of refine the time period. Rain or snow developing later Tuesday afternoon, possibly changing to snow with some accumulation Tuesday night, and then winding down on Wednesday when there could be some blowing snow. Latest computer model forecast put southern Wisconsin, at least one of the computer models, just on the northern edge of the snow, but the other computer model has it farther to the north and west. And as I mentioned at 5 o'clock, a lot of times when these storm systems move up and they get a little more intense than what was first forecast, they tend to shift their track northward, which would put us in the threat for some snow. So we can't rule it out at this point. After the snow winds down, look for a high temperature of 40 on Thanksgiving. Again, lots of clouds, maybe some light rain or snow showers later in the afternoon, and maybe just some light rain showers on Black Friday with high temperatures also in the low 40s. Live view from the Edgewater Skycam in downtown Madison. Pretty quiet out there, although it is a little breezy. High temperature hit 52 degrees. That's 11 degrees above average. Low temperature 38, but that is our current temperature as those temperatures have continued to fall through the afternoon. Winds now out of the northwest at 10 miles per hour. We're back to talking about a wind chill, and that's at 31 degrees. Look at the temperature contrast. Near 50 in northern Indiana. Temperatures in the teens over western Minnesota and the eastern Dakotas. Compared to 24 hours ago, those temperatures are dropping anywhere from 10 to 25 degrees. We're not going to see quite as big of a drop here, but still, those northwesterly winds are going to start kicking in, and that will start driving the colder air back in, at least for a while. Here's the cold front, well off to the east of us now. Temperatures ahead of the front are still well into the 50s as far north as Detroit, Michigan, but to the west, that's the colder air that's going to be moving in, at least for a day. Then our temperature should start to moderate as we head back into the weekend and the early part of next week. Cloudy skies this evening. It'll be breezy and then turn partly cloudy later on tonight and colder with a low temperature of 25. For tomorrow, look for mostly sunny skies, but a colder day with a high temperature of 37 degrees. On future tracking, you see how quickly the clouds move out later on tonight. Low temperatures will drop into the mid-20s. High temperatures tomorrow, mid to upper 30s. Lots of sunshine, but again, a colder day than compared to today. Tomorrow night, mostly clear skies, low temperatures drop into the low to mid-20s, and then Saturday, probably a couple degrees warmer. We'll get back into the lower 40s before the temperatures start to drop in the evening. 7 to 10 day forecast, quiet weather Sunday and Monday. Tuesday and Wednesday, especially from Tuesday afternoon through Wednesday morning, a time period to watch. Some light rain or snow showers late in the day on Thanksgiving, and then look for a colder weekend toward the end of the holiday weekend, just a chance for a few flurries.
Blackhawk Warren wins the state football championship again, but it's never easy. We'll hear from the winning Warriors in sports. The Badger men's basketball team plays Green Bay at the Kohl Center tonight at 8, and Micah Potter won't be playing. His final appeal to the NCAA didn't go anywhere today, and Potter will have to sit out until December 21st. Potter, of course, transferred from Ohio State last year and will end up sitting out 18 months. The NCAA said Potter must sit out this first semester because of that transfer. Today, he had a last-ditch phone appeal with the NCAA, but it was denied, so Potter will miss the first 10 games of the Badger season as he sits out that transfer. By the way, Joey Hauser was also denied his waiver, so he'll sit the first semester at Michigan State, too. The state high school football championships begin at Camp Randall Stadium today. 7 state title games over the next 2 days, beginning with Blackhawk Warren against Edgar for the Division VII championship this morning. This is the only touchdown of the entire game, and you weren't sure which team was going to get it. Blackhawk Warren quarterback Ethan Williams throws a dangerous pass across the field. Edgar almost gets a pick six, but Caden Mills grabs it for Blackhawk Warren. He goes 30 yards for the touchdown. 2-point conversion fails. 6-0 Warriors. Then they have to survive a couple of scares. Edgar scored a touchdown, but it was called back by a holding penalty. Then the Wildcats go deep again. Kyle Brewster has it in the end zone for a moment, but the Blackhawk Warren defenders separate him from the ball. Incomplete. A second straight title goes back to South Wayne, and now Warren, Illinois, 2. Final score, Blackhawks 6, Edgar 0. Melissa Kim with our post-game report.
Well, Blackhawk Warren head coach Corey Mills is kind of a busy guy. He's not just the head coach of the Warriors. He's also the principal of 187 students at Blackhawk High School in South Wayne. So now he's stepping down as head coach of the football team with a state championship. A very emotional end to his coaching career.
You know, that's a good group. It's a good group. They've played a lot of games. And yeah, we're going to miss them. You know, my son's friends, I've known them since they were born practically, and to see them accomplish their goals and to be up here 3 years in a row and be a part of all those other previous teams and then to do it again this year for themselves, yeah, I'm just ecstatic for him.
His son Caden, also on the team, and like his dad, had to fight back some tears when I asked him about the head coach.
I'm so proud of him. I mean, nobody even knows the amount of work he puts in. I mean, he's up till 3 in the morning before games, 3 in the morning after games. The amount of time and effort he's put into this team is just unreal.
He makes us, you know, way better than we actually are. He respects all of us. He loves all of us.
It's just time. You know, we've been doing this a long time, and I just feel really good that there are people in place that are going to take it and do a great job.
Corey Mills finishes his coaching career with a 139-60 record and back-to-back state titles. At Camp Randall, Melissa Kim, News 3 Now Sports.
Also at Camp Randall today, St. Mary Springs won its record 9th state football championship in WIA, 7-0 over Regis. Stratford and Lake Country Lutheran tied in the Division V championship game late. Tomorrow, DeForest plays at 10 a.m. Wanakee plays at 1 p.m. in their state championship games at Camp Randall. And a year ago, the Brewers gave catcher Yasmani Grandal a 1-year, $18.25 million contract, figuring he might have a big payday after that. Well, today was that day. Grandal signs with the Chicago White Sox, 4 years, $73 million. That's an average of over $18 million a year for 4 years for Yasmani Grandal. Parents, have your kids grow up to be catchers.
Yeah.
Wow.
Great finish for Blackhawk.
Yeah, and you know, it's tough when you combine 2 schools. I mean, you can have a lot of problems with that, but they handle it great, and they are champions again.
Wanakee and DeForest tomorrow. Final check, Gary?
Well, temperatures continue to drop. We had a high of 52. Look where we are now, 38 degrees. Those temperatures will continue to fall off. Look for a high of about 37 tomorrow, 42 Saturday, and mid-40s for Sunday and Monday. Have to watch that storm system late Tuesday into early Wednesday. Thanksgiving will be a little milder with highs around 40, maybe some rain and snow showers, and then a little colder for the end of the holiday weekend.
And thanks for joining us for News 3 Now at 6.
Have a great evening, and we'll see you back here at 10.